Tears is what I was met with the other day at one of the places that I frequently attend, that I go to during the week. They were tears from a gentleman that I talk to a lot and that I give advice to. He's someone that is very, I mean, he has so much going for him. So much opportunity, so much possibility going for him. And I say that because he is young, he's good looking, he has ambition, he has talent, super nice, very, very friendly. And in all respects, when you look at him, he really has of a lot more advantages than disadvantages. And because he has a lot more advantages, obviously it makes it a lot easier to I wouldn't say makes it easier, but it is definitely much easier for him to be successful if he were to do the things that would make you successful. So why the tears? Why why does this 6'4" guy who's coming out of I'm going into the place, he's coming out, I'm thinking everything's okay, and I actually made a joke. He laughed, but then I could tell something was up, and he kind of just started breaking down and said, "Yeah, I don't want to talk about it." Why did that happen? Well, a few months prior, I want to say like 3 months prior, I was talking with him and coaching him on some social dynamics, so things that you could do in your daily life to make you more sociable, make you seem much more high value. And one of those things was eye contact. He he works out at this one gym that we both go to. And one of the things that he does there too is he runs these booths for these different products. And so that's every now and then. And he one of these he knew the staff there, and there was one girl in particular that really caught his eye. And I forgot how it came about. He had already talked to her. He kind of already knew her. And when I had come into his place, uh, and when I had come into his place after one of these booths that he ran, I had told him, you know what, you should try practicing your eye contact. And he's like, yeah, no, that's a great idea. He said, yeah, I should look at their nose or something like that, right? And I said, no, you look at you look in their eyes. You look at specifically their left eye. And I said, dude, I promise you, if you do it, you'll have good results. You'll have a really it'll be really cool what'll happen. And so he the next time he saw this girl, he did what I said, and she totally melted. He ended up getting her number, and they started going out. And during the whole time, I said, you need to make so one, that's awesome. Look how easy it can be, because a lot of men specifically do not have good eye contact, are not confident, they aren't able to communicate non-verbally in ways that are very attractive to both men and women. So you have a really easy playing field because people don't know how to be social anymore. And so, he was happy, obviously. And I warned him. I said, you have to keep your ambition number one, and you need to see her as coming along with your dream, your life, and continue to work on yourself. Continue to try to make more money, continue to try to be more social, try to be more fit, work on yourself, and start learning how to act in relationships. That's what I wish I would have done when I was younger. I wish I would have understood how relationships work, how male and female dynamic works, how masculine and feminine energy works. The study of that will help you go so much farther than really almost anything else in life. The study of yourself and the study of yourself in relation to other people. Because you're always going to have relationships, whether it's a business relationship or whether it's a romantic relationship, whether it's a friendship. How does that work? How, especially with male and female, masculine and feminine energy, how does that work? How do those interact and play into each other? So I told him, dude, I gave him all of the tools, I gave him the people to listen to, the books to read, and so on when it came to relationships, when it came to male and female dynamics. And time and time again, I would ask him, did you watch this? Did you read this? Oh no, I haven't got to it yet. I haven't done it yet. Okay. Well, why do you think he was crying? Now that you know all this, why do you think he was crying? Obviously, he was crying because the relationship ended. When that happened, the Instagram posts that would come after that, just even the same day, in his stories, it would be things about his favorite football team. Oh, look at this guy and what they're able to do, and so on. And it would be things that were very, very in the world of relationship, especially male and female relationship, were very counter to what you want to present yourself as. You see, when he got into the relationship with this girl was the type who needed somebody who was very alpha, very like a leader driven, uh, was the best of the best or was going to be the best of the best. Not needy or anything like that. And what slowly started to happen was he got comfortable and the little weaknesses started to show. The weaknesses of idolizing other men. I mean, think of that if you are a lady watching this. Think of how that feels to have your man idolizing other men, like men that are doing better than him, and know the how many touchdowns they made, how many scores they made, how many home runs they made, and are literally spending time watching another man do things and achieve their goals and become excellent. These are the little things that can ruin marriages, can ruin relationships. And I get a lot of crap for this. Guys do not like when I talk about this. My men, people who want me to mentor them, they do not like when I say stuff like this. The thing is, I was there. I was there in a different way. I was there in a worse way. I was there like where I was idolizing guys who were great at video games. They're not even physical. Like these are people who are like guys who are playing literally a fantasy video, like a game, like a this is not even big strong people who are really chiseling their bodies and maximizing everything about themselves. I was on the flip side honoring, people who sat eating Cheetos, playing video games all day. So I'm not one to talk from that perspective because I've been there. But it we all have to go we all have to hit a point where we see that why am I spending time, valuable time, watching somebody else achieve their dream and their goal and bragging about it and putting it on my social media when it should be me. And so when in their relationship they started that started to become apparent that there was more priority on things like that than there was on his self-development, his growth, his ambition, uh, uh, his goals, his life. Eventually the attraction starts dropping. And I've been there as well. This is what ruins marriages, is what ruins relationships. And so the way to fix this, the way to have a thriving relationship with the opposite sex, it, as a man, you should be always expanding, always getting new territory, always acquiring new skills, new resources, new real estate, new property, new everything. That is the goal of masculine energy: is expansion, conquering, growing in every way, shape, and form. The moment you stop is the moment things are going to start going haywire. Uh, and so he started to stop. And the only way to fix what is broken in this particular situation is to go back to expanding. He has to expand. He has to be at the point where there's no neediness whatsoever, no need of a woman, no need of sports, no need of anything. All of that, everything is secondary except for his mission, except for his calling, except for him growing, except for him becoming the best version of himself, the most attractive version of himself, and that's only through expansion for men. Okay, so that all that said, this is not meant as a smackdown on this guy. We all go through this. Every guy goes through this. And you can agree or not, I don't care. I For me, I know from personal experience, I've been on the train where I was needy. I was I was watching e-gamers. I was wanting to be an e-gamer. I was watching people live their life, their mission. I was fat. I had a neck beard. I had, uh, if you looked at me, I looked completely different, acted completely different, cared about what other people thought. I let them determine where my life was going. And it was the change, the, before that change, as that was happening, my life was becoming a disaster. Depression, anger, rage, lust, all these different things. Complete disaster. And almost got to the point where it all ended. It was this change of, no, this life is for me. I am going to be the best version of myself. I'm going to fill up my own cup first. I'm going to become strong. I'm going to learn to fight. I'm going to learn languages. I'm going to learn different musical instruments. I'm going to constantly grow. I'm going to make more money. I'm going to constantly expand. I'm going to build up my empire. And I'm never going to be satisfied, ever. And I'm going to look the way I want to look. I'm going to talk the way I want to talk. I'm going to grow the way that I want to grow. And through that change, and once that change became absolutely 100% solid and real, and I didn't care about anybody else's opinion, that's when things started to completely skyrocket in all areas of my life. The same can happen with him. The same can happen with you. The same can happen with every other guy out there. So don't settle. Don't, because even with that relationship of the guy that I'm talking about, he started to settle, got comfortable. Oh, she likes me, and she likes me because I'm attractive. I'm cute. Because he still looked physically good. But if his social skills, if socially he didn't act that like the man. Not all women need that. Not all women like that. I'm talking about most, and I'm talking about this particular one. If all women, if he doesn't have that skill set, doesn't matter how good looking physically he is, that relationship will end. And it did. I've been there. So, what are you doing to expand yourself as a man? What are you doing to expand yourself, to grow, to conquer, to acquire? What do you want to do? What do you want to do? But maybe you've been afraid to do it. Now's the time. Now's the time to start doing it. Now's the time to start living the life that you want to live. And that will bring relationships that are amazing, that will bring wealth, that'll bring joy, that'll bring happiness, and that'll bring things into your life that you never would have ever dreamt of. But it comes with filling up your cup first and becoming the man that you are meant to be.